Hello, and welcome to SUNSPIRATION. My name is Victor Tarfa. I am a speaker and a Christian. So every Sunday I bring you SUNSPIRATION. SUNSPIRATION is inspiration from the Holy Bible. I believe a human being was created by God and he gave a manual, which is the Holy Bible. So if you're looking for anything to do in this world or how to do that, how to operate this machine I call a human being, all the answers are in the Bible. So every week, I go in there and find something inspirational to share with you, just to fire you up for the week. A big thank you to everyone who sent me messages, who congratulated me on celebrating 3 years of running SUNSPIRATION. I remember when I started, I kept on thinking to myself, how will I find a topic for every Sunday? But we've come a long way, and I give God the glory because every time I'm sitting down thinking, what will be the theme for the next month? He just drops it in my mind, and I'm always so impressed because it's always something powerful and something very, very inspirational. The month of May, as I've been celebrating the starting of SUNSPIRATION, I picked up a topic called return because it gave me a time to reflect on the beginning when I started SUNSPIRATION, and even when I created those videos to share last Sunday, and I'm sure you enjoyed them. It just shows the very first one I started with. And some people have been with me all the way. And I want to say thank you so much. Even if you watch 1 second of it, thank you. And I appreciate every single one of you. I've only kept on going because of the wonderful comments, the wonderful people that watch this, the people that just send one line saying, Victor, you've inspired me. That's what keeps me going. And I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep on going. Today, looking at return as our theme for May, I'm looking at the story of Moses. It's a very common story in the Bible. We all know Moses was given birth in a time when Pharaoh asked his soldiers to kill all the male babies that were born around that time. His mother took him, put him in a basket and put him on the Nile River. As Pharaoh's daughter was having a bath, she saw the baby. She took the baby and the baby grew up in the palace. But at some point, Moses always felt he did not belong in there. And one day he saw an Egyptian beating up an Israelite, and he got angry and fought for him. And then obviously he killed the Egyptian and had to run away. He left where he was and went to another town. He met a lady there and they got married. One day he was tending his sheep. That's point one. And then he saw a burning bush, but the bush was not burning. And he wondered, what's going on there? He was curious and he took a step to go and find out what was going on. As he came closer, God spoke to him. Take your shoes off because where you're stepping is holy ground. And that was the beginning of his mission to return to Egypt where he ran away from initially. Talking about point one, he was curious. He got curious. He was out there doing something. Everything always starts with you have to be doing something. He was out there tending his father-in-law's sheep. And when he saw the burning bush, he got curious. Sometimes you might be wondering and thinking, I can't find my purpose. I don't know what to do. But you know what? You must be doing something. When you start doing something, you'll be amazed at how you begin to find the spot where you're supposed to be. If Moses wasn't out there tending his sheep on that day, he would not have seen that burning bush. I remember I said he was curious. That is point number 2. He got curious. Most of the things that were created in this earth have come from curiosity. People asking questions, people thinking, what will it be like to have a plane in the sky? What will it be like to have a phone in my hand where I can speak to people all around the world? It all starts with curiosity. Lots of inventions were from somebody thinking, getting curious about it, asking questions, taking the step, and then they make it happen. What is making you curious? What questions are you asking as you're out there? What is attracting your attention that you begin to ask questions about? That's your curiosity being tickled. As we've been taught, curiosity kills a cat, but no, curiosity doesn't kill the cat anymore. That has changed now. By getting curious, by asking questions, you will find answers that will direct you to where you need to be. As God called him there, which is point number 3, God sent him to go back to Egypt to go and save his people. That is a massive task, because where he left, where he went away from, God told him to go back there. As you know, he killed someone before he left there, and he actually ran away from there. And now he's been told to go back to where he ran away from. Sometimes that breakthrough, that lesson is at the place that you left, the place that you walked away from. Maybe your parents, maybe your wife, maybe your children, maybe some friends that could have helped you, but maybe you didn't understand. You thought they were being harsh on you because they told you the truth and you walked away. Maybe you need to return there, to go and apologize, to make up. That's the return that you need to take a step to. I believe the word return is so powerful every single time. When I was trying to grow myself and take myself into other countries, I was trying to go international. But God told me to return. He told me to go to Yola. Yola was a town where I grew up back in the days, where I had my primary school, and I moved out after when I was doing my secondary school. That was a town He told me to go back to. And I was thinking, God, you sent me back there. You're going to provide for this journey that you have sent me on. And the same question, because Moses too was doubtful. He said to God, God, I cannot speak very well. He gave every excuse that he could give in this book just to avoid returning to Egypt. And he even asked God for a sign. God, if it's you that is sending me, show me a sign. And God said to him, what do you have in your hands? And it was what he had in his hands. That's the staff he was tending his sheep was. That's what God used to do the miraculous. That same staff was turned into a snake. That same staff turned the Nile River into blood. That same staff parted the Red Sea. If he wasn't tending sheep, if he wasn't out there doing something, he would not have had that staff he had in his hand in which God used for the miracle. It takes me back to the beginning. You must be out there doing something. Don't just sit down and think, I'm waiting for everything to come to me. Most people are very likely to help you when you've stepped out and started doing something. If you approach anybody and you come to an uncle, an aunt, anyone and says, I want to open a shop. And he says to you, where do you want to open a shop? Oh, I don't know yet. People are not likely to help you. But when you say, I've seen the shop, I know how much it costs, I know what I want to sell in there. When you start giving that you've checked and you've done your research and you have your full details, people are a lot more likely to help because they think you are serious and you know what you want. Moses was out there tending sheep. And because of tending sheep, he had a staff in his hand. And it was that staff that God used for the miracles that he did when he sent him back. I want to encourage you today. Step 1, get busy. Step 2, get curious. Step 3, when God calls you, the doubt will be there. It will be there. The fear will be there. But you know what? If he's giving you a job to do, if he's giving you a vision, he will always provide for you for that vision. He who gives the vision makes a provision. So I want to encourage you today, get busy, get curious. And the God who has sent you will use what you have in your hands. You must have something in your hands, and he will definitely bless you. And you remember, where do you need to return to for your purpose or for your blessings? Stay blessed. Love you all.